Hello, welcome back to Reel to Reel. I'm Zeke, broadcasting from the Hennepin Technical College studio where the coffee is strong, the lighting is questionable, and the movie opinions are always educationally bold. Today we're diving into a classic that refuses to stay quiet, the BBC adaptation of J.B. Priestley's An Inspector Calls. Part mystery, part moral lecture, part I swear I've met this creepy inspector somewhere before, and in all, a perfect film for anyone who enjoys a good twist and a few emotional uppercuts. Let's get into it. Aislinn Walsh, for those who haven't seen it, or maybe read the play in high school under fluorescent lights that hummed louder than your attention span, An Inspector Calls follows the rich, smug, and blissfully unaware Berling family. They're having a celebration dinner, fancy food, fancy clothes, fancy self-satisfaction, and then in walks Inspector Goole, who immediately brings the party to a screeching halt by announcing that a young woman named Eva Smith has died. But here's the twist. He claims each member of the Berling family plays a part in her downfall. The BBC adaptation brings this tension to life with atmospheric cinematography, rain beating against the windows, shadows that seem heavier than the emotional damage, and a camera that lingers just long enough to make you uncomfortable. This is exactly the type of movie any drama thriller enjoys in a movie, and it has it in spades. It also has exactly what a good mystery needs, so let's take a look at the behind the scenes. This movie has a star-studded cast. The Inspector, played by David Thewlis, Mr. Berling, played by Ken Stote, Finn Cole as Eric Berling, along with Kyle Solar, Miranda Richardson, Sophie Rundle, and Chloe Peer. Originally created for a play, its main theme criticizes capitalism and class. On its first broadcast, it initially attracted a following of 6 million viewers. Their production won a Best Single Drama Prize at the Broadcasting Press Guild Awards in 2016. It also sucks that the budget used to create this and the earnings amount were lost to time, essentially left behind a paywall, to be honest. But it deserves every penny spent on it and every penny it got out of it. But now that I've bored you with trivia, we're going to take a little break. Stay tuned and I will be right back with my review right after this commercial.
All of our equipment is professional. The studios are gigantic. Cameras, use the lighting equipment. All the audio and design is extremely professional. I've enjoyed using the vocal booth every now and again. So, yeah, it's a good spot.
Really been enjoying animation. It's really cool. We're learning like state-of-the-art software that's so deep that sometimes I feel like I want to cry, but it's really cool what you can do with this stuff.
That's what I like here about Hennepin Tech. It's very personal, and everybody knows everybody, and it's very welcoming.
This movie is a masterclass in filmmaking. It is without a doubt one of the greatest movies I have ever seen, and personally I think it is the greatest movie that pretty much is out there, to be honest. Now, don't let the 60 to 70% reviews on Rotten Tomatoes scare you. The plot is fantastic, and the way that this story shares the problems of self-centeredness is actually unbelievable. The dialogue is incredible. Each actor puts a gut punch into every word and sentence, and everyone fits their roles, and you really get the sense of a higher class family in the early 1900s. And to be fair, it's I don't know, there's something about, this movie that it just hits every emotional tone on an unreal level. Just the it's indescribable. It's based on a 1900s play, and the cinematography is incredible. The story is amazing, and there just is something about, something I don't know. I really don't know. Like, this movie, when I say it will make you speechless, not speechless, but speechless, it honestly will just, it'll do that. It honestly has done it to me. It's so strange. I don't know how to really describe it other than that it just gives you a sense of everything that you want to see in a drama thriller, and it's beautiful. The story and I'm repeating things. It's weird because essentially how it goes is that a family has essentially wronged a young girl for about the past year or so, and each family member has played a part in it, and it's so good. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Just watch it. The cinematography is utterly brilliant, and it does all of this without any action at all. It creates such an intense amount of action that it is sort of, like I say, indescribable. I don't know. There's something usually said about how good a movie is by how much it makes you cry. And to be honest, I was sobbing. There are some movies that make you, well, like I said, once again, speechless after a first watch, and to me, this is one of them. I still haven't mentioned the soundtrack. Utterly brilliant. It manages to capture a mix of unimaginable sadness while incorporating a feeling of horror. There's a song called Dismissed, and when the twist and the hardest hitting scene plays, it is horrifyingly beautiful, and it is so unbelievably sad. This is a movie and play that I think should never, ever be lost to time. I can only give this a rating of 5 out of 5 on here, but this is above a 5 out of 5. If I could, this would get a 10 out of 5. This is brilliant. So, if you haven't watched it yet, do it. If you haven't watched it already, do it. If you haven't seen this movie, I would say that you go home and you do it, because honestly, it's worth your time. It is worth your while, and you should do it. But if you've watched it in high school but they didn't pay attention, that's on you, and that is all your fault. But this is now your redemption arc. So, all right, folks, that's all for today's episode of Reel to Reel here at Hennepin Technical College. If you enjoyed the breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, come watch us at 12 when we review Jay Kelly. Until next time, I'm Zeke. This is Reel to Reel. And remember, someone is always watching, maybe even an inspector.